Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ASHEPA HSE Roundtable, part 3 with our and amazing guest, Mr. Calmin. Welcome, Mr. Calmin, again to part 3.
Thank you, Mr. Hussein.
Okay, last question in our technical deep dive, which is the most important part, which is the practical part. Mr. Calmin, many HSE professionals work today with limited resources. What is one practical step they can take to start doing better trend analysis today?
I think if you are limited with your resources, you can create a simple checklist, with the Word document with various compliance categories to capture negative and positive trends. You can even use your company's inspection report or record, when you're doing your daily inspections. But just capture all the information and capture the detail of the information. Once that is done, your inspections obviously will get sent probably to the administrative person who assists the safety professionals. And then that person can then use an Excel spreadsheet, your Word document. That person can then capture all the inspections from all the relevant HSE professionals on the project or the work site. It can be done on a spreadsheet. From that spreadsheet, they can categorize on that spreadsheet. They can analyze on the spreadsheet. I used to use pivot tables. You got the sort, the filter. You can also take the graphs and the charts from there. And that information you can also then use in your weekly reports or your monthly reports, which gets sent to your senior management or to your clients. One important thing when you do embark on this is that you must try to include managers, supervisors, and workers in your program. Don't just limit it to the safety professionals because, there's a saying, 2 eyes is better than 1. You got one safety professional doing an inspection or behavior audit, but how much better if there's one safety professional, 5 workers, and 1 supervisor? That's so many more eyes that can identify different things. So include them in your program. The more information you have, and this is the crucial part, the more information you have, the better your analysis will be. And you'll have much better direction when you're adding your targets and your mitigating measures for your incidents.
Agree. I think in today's world where the minimum you have an office like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, spreadsheets, like you said, you can do with the minimum with this limited resource, you can do a lot today. And also including managers and supervisors, buying them in your program supports also gathering a lot of analysis and a lot of actions, of course, and also being part of it, they will help you close all the actions because they have seen the risk with their own eyes.
And also, it also allows management and supervision and the workers, it also allows them to take accountability for the safety program as well. Too many times on projects and in a workplace, we see the entire responsibility just sitting on the safety professional and the safety manager. And everybody else is just interested in chasing targets and the technical aspects of the workload. So when you start including them in your program, they start to share that responsibility. And then slowly they'll have a better understanding with the safety professional. And then it changes the culture, more positively.
Yes, I agree 100%. And buying them in, putting them in is always improving us one step further. Okay, Mr. Calmin, so we go to the fun part of our program.
Okay, fun part.
Rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Yes, fun part. Okay. So now we're going to ask you a question, and we are expecting you to tell us the first thing that comes on your mind. So, number one common myth about incident investigation you want to break.
Punish the scapegoat. Too many times they look for one person to blame. And then that person must get a warning and he must get terminated. And then they must take that information and say to management, hey, we found the culprit. We've terminated him, or we found him, we gave him a warning. Then we move on. Oh, that's a serious problem.
No, that's true. Blame policy has been a historical issue around the culture. Yes, yes,
Yes,
agree. I hope we can break it one day. Okay, number two. One type of incident organizations tend to underestimate the most.
that's definitely the near miss and not prioritizing it. Some organizations feel it's too costly to investigate. It wastes too much time. You know, the workers can be doing other things, but they fail to understand that investigating that particular near miss can prevent future accidents that will cost even more money when they do occur.
Yes, yes, and I will capture one statement you said in our interview. It's definitely the story of the next accident. This near miss is the beginning of the story of the next accident.
Yes,
So, agree with you. Okay, one indicator that tells you a serious injury could be coming.
increase in your near misses of a similar type or the same type. That tells you a story, and you have to take note of that.
Yes, yes. One skill HSE professionals must develop to analyze trends effectively.
They must learn to interrogate effectively. And when I say interrogate, I don't mean in a negative sense, like what the old police used to do when they catch a criminal and they interrogate you, and not in that sense. Interrogate the workplace, interrogate the details, ask the right questions about everything. Don't just take the easy way out if you're doing an investigation or if you're doing an inspection. There's always an easy way out. Tick the box. Let me get it done and quick and submit the documents in office. We don't want the easy way out. We want the detail. We want the information. But we need that professional to interrogate the whole scenario effectively.
Yes, important. Last one message you want every safety leader to remember about prevention.
They must keep the focus. They must keep the focus.
Okay.
Many times safety professionals work and they've got their KPIs which they need to tick the box, and they work to those KPIs. Anything extra, some guys don't do it. Anything extra, that's actually where you learn, doing the anything extra, because that's what teaches you to grow. Learning new things, adapting to new things, learning new examples. It helps to make your brain work so that you can start to use strategy to become the better safety professional. So for me, it's keep the focus.
Yes. Agree. Also, I will highlight one in 1 minute quickly. I remember the first time I started working as an HSE professional on an offshore rig, and I took the trainings and I understood what is every hot work, the risks of welding. But when I saw the welder working, and I went to him, I told him, "Okay, can you teach me how to weld? I want to wear the gloves. I want to wear the helmet, the face shield. I want to weld to feel what exactly you are feeling when you are wearing." And like you said, this changes 100% your perspective, because then, and I think this is one of your strong points, Mr. Calmin, that you'd like to speak about, because you're coming from a working background. So when I understood how it feels, what he sees when he's wearing, I was able to speak to welders in my career because I had this hands-on training and knowledge, like you said.
Yes, definitely. That helps a lot.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of our roundtable. So, Mr. Kalman, thank you very much for sharing both your personal story and your professional insight with us today. Your message is a strong reminder that incidents are not just events to be recorded, they are signals. And when we analyze them properly, they give us the opportunity to prevent real harm. Mr. Calmin, I would like to ask you one last message to all our ASHEPA members, since you are one of the executive members, to engage them more in participating and being more active on our digital platform and on our websites and YouTube channel. The floor is yours.
You know, there's an old story I once heard from an old man. And when he first started talking, I couldn't quite understand. He said graveyards are the most valuable places on earth because so many people die with unfulfilled dreams. The greatest ideas, the best inventions, they lay untouched. But those people never use their ideas or bring them to life. They died, and that's the end of them. When you die, that's your end. So while we live, we should teach everybody about the information and the ideas we have. Whatever is within us, I don't think God made us to have everything for ourselves. This information that we learn, the experience we learn, it's given to us so we can share that experience, so we can share those ideas. We have to, that's part of life. You have to share, you have to give from what you have. A lot of people think you just give money, give money, give money. No. Give your thoughts, give your ideas, give your personal experiences. Because all what you have could very well help the next project, the next safety professional, the next company. So share what you have. Don't go to the graveyard with all your ideas and your greatest gifts.
That's the first time for me to hear it. That's very nice. And thank you for sharing this valuable story. And we will all use it later on with our people. So thank you very much. To our listeners, thank you again for joining us. If this episode added value, share it with your teams and colleagues. This is ASHEPA HSE Roundtable, where Africa's safety leaders speak. Thank you, Mr. Calmin. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and see you soon in a new HSE Roundtable.
Thank you to everybody.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.